gonna take out my glasses. You know why? Because I'm a little blurrier to myself when I do, and I just look better. I look better blurry. Go ahead and blur yourself, blur it for yourself. Um, anyway, I'm being goofy already. Welcome to Walking the Path. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful and so thankful that you all are coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up? Good to see you, Deanna. Hello, hello. Woohoo. Everybody coming in. What? Jake, Kent, everybody. Charlene. Oh, man. Great to see you guys. Welcome, welcome over here in Instagram world. Welcome in Facebook world, YouTube world. This is Walking the Path of love, because we're in February, the month of love. And so I want to talk to you about love, but this isn't your syrupy, sappy, romantic love. We're going to talk about, hey, brother, we're going to talk about the love that is. I got some downloads. They're coming already. But before I get into that, I got to take a minute and tell you, Alexander the Grateful. Hello, brother. Good to see you. I got to tell you a little second about Rythmia Life Advancement Center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. This place is amazing. I know a lot of you from there, and I know there are people that are listening or will be listening on the rebroadcast that want to know a little bit about that. It's a place where you're either a light worker or a light warrior. If you're called to come there, you're a light worker or you're a light warrior. And you come there for 3 reasons: to see who you've become, to merge with your soul, to heal your heart. Charlene wants to go. Come on, check it out. Go check it out. And if you have any questions, you can DM me. But what does it mean to see who you've become? It means to take off the masks that we think we need to be, all the things we think we need to be to get our needs met. We start to really see that. And as we take that off, we lighten up and we merge back to a state of wholeness. We merge with our soul. And when we merge with our soul, we have all these intentions. I want to know my life purpose. I want to know how to write this book. I want to know, is this the right job for me? I want to know what I should be doing. Is this the right relationship for me? And all of those things get solved. All of those things get solved when you merge with your soul. Because when you merge back together to a place of wholeness, you know what you want, you know what you need, you know what you desire, and you know what you deserve. And then there's clarity on the way forward. Doesn't mean that life is perfect. Doesn't mean that there's not questions anymore. It means that you have an internal guidance system, a GPS, a God positioning system, right? That leads you like a school of fish or a flock of birds. They move together, right? There's something in you. And if you're being called, if there's a call there, check it out. And I'm going to answer any questions. Now, there's a call to love. A call to love. That's what the world needs now, is a love, sweet love. Isn't that the truth? Man, what's going on in the world? Do you get discouraged sometimes? Do you get downtrodden with hey, sister, thank you, Roxy. Do you get discouraged with what's going on? It's an interesting thing to witness what's going on in the Middle East, what's going on in the Congo, what's going on in Sudan, what's going on in Russia and Ukraine, what's going on the streets of our own city, what's going on in the houses of government of the United States and in governments all over the world. And it can seem overwhelming. And then I'm going to tell you that the whole world is based on love. The lodestone of life is love. What does that mean? What's a lodestone? A lodestone is a magnetized rock that attracts things to it. The attractor field of the world, of the universe, of the cosmos is love and law. Everything is either love and it's lawful, meaning that there are principles in the universe that operate all the time, always have been, always will be. And so it's all love and law. And in fact, the Course in Miracles says it's either love or fear. The only 2 things that exist are love and fear. And fear is just a call for more love. So how do we move through the world with love in the face of adversity, in the face of people calling us names, in the face of the opinions and judgments of others, in the face of atrocity, in the face of what seems to be hopeless climate change, world, war and the rumors of war and warmongers, right? How do we do that? We are called. You and I are called to be a bridge where more love can enter the world. And I firmly believe 100% deep in my bones that it is through individual transformation that we change the world. And we do that through love. And that love begins with love of ourselves, real self-love, to become more loving in our hearts. I can't see love in the world if I can't love myself. I can't see peace in the world if I can't find peace within myself. So our first call is to find that love and peace within us so that we can end our own inner civil war and begin to be a conduit, a bridge through which more love can enter the world. And guess what? We're not doing it alone. One thing I've seen in plant medicine and in deep meditation is that there are beings that don't have bodies. There is something outside of the physical realm. Do you believe that? That there's something outside of just the physical realm? There's something more than just what's physical, what we can touch, taste, see, feel, and what I'm missing a sense here. There's something more than the physical world. And I was in a meeting last night with Reverend Michael and the practitioners from Deanna says yes. I was in this meeting with the practitioners, and one of the practitioners said she called them the weavers. She goes, I don't know what they are. I don't know anything, but I have this sense that there's these weavers, that we are weaving something together. And it is us, it's up to us, the ones that are called, that in the face of circumstance and condition, we weave love. And we're holding this world for a higher vision. Someone's got to have a vision of a world without war. Someone's got to have a dream. That was Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech. I've got a dream, in spite of the circumstance and condition, that there's something, a world where the people that I'm resisting right now, the people that I'm resisting right now will become my neighbor. And Martin Luther King Jr. said, I don't like the people that threaten me and threaten my family and wish me harm. I don't like them. But God calls me to love them. Love is the lodestone of life. And we have luminaries like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela and Gandhi and Mother Teresa and many, many more. Desmond Tutu, who have shown the way how to bring nobility and love in the world without being a doormat. Love doesn't mean we're weak. It's not syrupy, sappy love. Oh, everything's fine. And no, it's I'm called to bring more love to the world. I'm called to work with those that I can't see, other individuals around the world that are working in this, and individuals, beings that might not have a body, that are working in this field. And as we work together to hold a vision, someone's got to hold that vision. And that someone's you, and that someone's me, that in spite of circumstance and condition, we're holding a container of love. And it begins with us. I've got to do my work. I've got to do my own inner work so that I can be a bigger channel for love. Chris says, how do I spot and eliminate? I'm going to show this question. How do I spot and eliminate trends of narcissists in love for myself and others? I don't know trends of narcissists, trains of narcissists, narcissistic people. How do I spot and eliminate narcissistic people? Well, I'll tell you what. Mother Teresa was asked to march in an anti-war rally, and she said, I won't march in an anti-war rally, but I'll march in a peace rally. She was for something and not against something, because if there's one truth, is that what we resist persists. And the more we fight against something, the more power we give it. It doesn't mean that we spiritually bypass that there's narcissists in our life. But when I have a consciousness of love for myself, when I know my own love, if I love myself, if I'm at peace within myself, narcissists can't touch me. I have a consciousness that's like a protective field around me. They can't come in there. I'm guided for and provided for, directed and protected as I love myself, not a self-centered love. I love myself, but it's like I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me. Because remember, it's all love or fear. Narcissists are coming out of fear, and that's just a call for love. So it doesn't excuse what they do, it doesn't make it right. But we see that they're just afraid. They're just a little boy or a little girl, and most of them are girls. I mean, are men. Most narcissists are men, I think. But it's just a little boy or a little girl that's afraid, that is so scared of annihilation, so scared of not being worth something, that they have to manipulate and coerce the world into loving them, because they're so afraid that if they don't, they won't be loved. And so we don't have to truck with that. We don't have to hang out with people like that, but we can spot it, and we know I love myself. So Chris is saying, how do I spot and eliminate narcissism in love for myself and others? In myself and others. How do I spot that in myself? So Chris, are you asking, like, how do I spot my own narcissism? Well, if that's the question, I'll tell you, brother or sister. Might be a sister. I don't know. But if you are even asking the question, "Am I a narcissist?" then you have a level of consciousness that won't allow you to be that. Like, that's a level of self-awareness. Like, psychopaths don't go, I think I'm a psychopath, right? Like, so you're already on the train. You're already on the road to say, oh, there's something in me that says maybe I have these tendencies that are self-centered, and I want to heal them. I want to see, what is that in me that is asking to be healed. That narcissistic tendency in me is just that scared little boy or girl that is so afraid that if I don't control and manipulate and coerce the world, that I won't be loved. And Chris says, thank you for that. Learning to love myself day by day. That is it. That as we begin to learn what real self-love is. And what is real self-love? Real self-love is a healthy ego. And a healthy ego says, the healthy ego isn't about superiority or inferiority or even equality. Now, a narcissist needs to be superior. A masochist needs to be inferior, right? But real self-love is, and real self-love isn't about being equal. Real self-love is knowing that you are incomparable, that I am incomparable, that there's never another you. There's never another me. There never has been, there never will be, and there isn't one now. Exactly like you, exactly like me. We are, without comparison, we're incomparable, and we are loved by the whole and cherished by the whole, as is everyone else. That is the way we move out. Chris is a brother. All right, man, we're brother. That's the way out, as we start to. That's what real self-love is that I'm there's no comparison to me. And then we start to not compare ourselves to others, because most of the trouble we get ourselves into is when we compare ourselves to others, right? And start to feel insecure. And then that moves us into a state of lack and uninspired action. But when I can anchor into the truth of who I am, that I am incomparable and cherished by the whole, I'm loved and adored by a friendly universe that is constantly working on my behalf. I am loved and adored by a friendly universe that is constantly working on my behalf. If I can walk in the world with that, that means that, guess what? Everybody else is loved and adored by a friendly universe that is constantly working on their behalf. And there's one true thing, that time heals all wounds, and time wounds all heals, right? Like, there's a twist in English there, that a heal is to heal, Heal, but heal, like the heel of your foot, Heel, and there's a phrase in English like you're a heel, like a real like jerk. That's a heel. So time heals all wounds, but time wounds all heals. Like if that's the way you walk in the world, trust and believe. The truth of the universe is it's done to us as we believe. We get back what we put in. The universe is a reflective, it's like a mirror that reflects back to us what we put in. So I don't have to worry about that because there's a natural order, a universal principle that takes care of all that. So love, this talk is about love. Okay, wait, Tiffany says, I absolutely am missing something in my life and on a quest to find it. I've had my own rythmia for about a year now. I'm just waiting to win some money. I'll get there one day. All right. So here's what we're going to do for Tiffany and for anybody else that wants anything in their lives. Here's the truth. Spirit has more ways to deliver our good to us than there are grains of sand in the beach, drops of water in the ocean, or stars in the sky. So, Tiffany, I want to invite you to move out of this idea that the only way you get to rythmia is if you win some money. That spirit has so many ways to deliver that intention to you. And really, your intention is more than just rythmia. Your intention is, I'm on a quest to find what I feel is missing in my life. And and that's a beautiful thing. And what I want to tell you, Tiffany, is that you already have it. That sounds like hollow words, right? Like you already have it. But that's the truth. That's the truth. That we already have everything we need. That life goes before us and provides what is necessary before we even need it. And I can prove it to you. Beautiful man, Brother Ishmael Teta in Ghana said, he said that life goes before you. Life goes before itself. Life goes before itself and provides what is necessary before it is needed. Life goes before itself and provides what's necessary before it's needed. And we can prove that in nature. And what he said to me in his, Ghanaian accent, which I'm not going to do very well, but he goes, before you were born, there was milk in your mother's breast ready for you to drink that had everything you needed. Before you could breathe, before you could use your nostrils and your lungs, there was air waiting for you. So in that idea, life goes before itself and provides what is needed before it is needed, before you need it. And in the Bible, it says, before you ask, it is given. Before you knock, it is answered. This is the principle. And it's like, it's all right here, but I have this limited perception that I don't have this thing because I think that Spirit's got to deliver this to me in a certain way, or that I'm lacking something. But the truth is that a consciousness of lack begets more lack, and a consciousness of abundance begets more abundance. It's in the Bible also, to he who has, even more shall be given, and to he who has not, even that shall be taken away. So the first thing, Tiffany, is to stop thinking about the problem, that there's something missing in your life, and to start thinking about all the blessings, all the good that's happening in your life, all the things that aren't missing. And when you focus on all the things that you have instead of what you don't have, more of what you have will show up. And we have a story in the Bible about Jesus. I was just talking to a client today. I get to see clients and work with people on this on a one-on-one basis, which is super cool. And I was telling this one guy about the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus goes out and he's preaching, and he didn't expect a lot of people to come, and thousands of people came. And then after the sermon, they were kind of like, we need some food. We're hungry. We're in the we followed you out in the middle of nowhere, and we ain't got no food, So Jesus and the disciples had 5 fish and 2 loaves of bread. And that's one of the miracles that Jesus did, right? He fed the many out of nothing. So what did he do? When he saw that there were all these people and they had 5 fish and 2 loaves, he didn't say, "Oh shit, there's not enough." He gave thanks for what he had, and it multiplied. This is what we must do, Tiffany, my sister, is we can't focus on what we don't have. We focus on what we have, and what we have multiplies. So even before getting to rythmia, this quest that something's missing in your life, it's a deep sensation that we all have. And rythmia can help you with that. But you can begin today to focus on what you have, that on all the ways in which your needs are met right now, and watch as more ways for your needs to be met, and stay open and available to unexpected good, unexpected kindness, unexpected love, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity, coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places in my life, in your life, and the life of others. That's from the Oath of Manifestation, written by the Reverend Cheryl Ward from Agape International Spiritual Center in Culver City. Actually, it's in Beverly Hills now, in Los Angeles, California, right? So we want to stay open to all the ways in which our good can be delivered to us. All right. This is my talk today on love number 4. That we begin by loving ourselves. If we want to see love in the world, we have to start with loving ourselves. And we begin by loving ourselves by knowing that we have everything we need already. We know that everything has been given to us. We start to focus on the good. We start to focus on the things that we have. We start to focus on all the ways in which our needs are met, and more of our needs will be met. And when we insulate ourselves against, hey, love you too. And we insulate ourselves against narcissists, against warmongers, against people that would do us harm, by loving ourselves first. And when we have a true sense of our self-worth, that I'm incomparable, that there's no comparison to me, then nigh shall come near my dwelling. Nothing can hurt, harm, or endanger me, because I have an atmosphere of love and self-worth and self-value. And narcissists and people that are intending bad things, they don't stand a chance. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today, for joining me. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. And I wish you so much love, so much peace, so much joy, knowing that everything is working together for your good, that you have everything you need, and you need everything you have, that before you ask, it is given, that life goes before you and provides what is necessary before you even know you need it. We live in that consciousness of I have. We live in that consciousness of everything's working together for my good. We live in that consciousness that I live in a friendly universe that is constantly providing for me, and I feel it powerfully happening now. And we watch as more good, more love, more beauty, more abundance, more prosperity, more economic well-being, more thriving success, more health and vitality come into our lives than ever before. Amen. And so it is. Boom. Peace and richest blessings.